Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jay here with another review, and today we're going to be reviewing the Dragon Star series Wave 5 Series 5 line of figures. And yes, I am now just strictly from now on, moving on, I will be reviewing, unboxing, overviewing these figures in waves instead of doing them individually. And the reason for that is just for time constraints. But enough of all that stuff. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. So, as you can see, we have Jiren, we have Super Saiyan Kaaba, we have Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta at the bottom in pretty silver chrome lettering. And we have the Dragon Star series logo at the bottom. At the top of the box, we have the Dragon Ball Super logo. And of course, in their clear windows, you see each of these beautiful economy figures that come with their piece of kale. And of course, the current Build-A-Figure is Super Saiyan Berserk Kale. So let's go ahead and let's move on. Side of the box here, as usual, you have the beautiful illustration of each of the characters here. Top of the box, Dragon Star series. Side of the box, nothing going on, just a Dragon Ball Super logo, little clear side window, and then at the bottom, the pretty lettering. And then the back of the boxes, they're all pretty much the same, of course. Of course, this is Wave 5, Series 5, which is Jiren, Kaaba, and Vegeta. And the next wave, of course, is Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, Ultimate Gohan, and Golden Frieza. And of course, down here, this is Toei Animation, Funimation, Bandai, all that good stuff. So I guess we'll start opening these bad boys up and checking them out. So let's get started. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we have the figures out of their boxes. And as you can see, Jiren comes with Kale's head. It's beautifully sculpted, beautifully painted. No complaints here at all. Very well done. The only problem is over here, as you can see, is there's a little bit of green that's missing, but it's not bad because it's under here where you can't really see it. But the head looks beautiful, and of course he comes with two open palm hands that I can tell you right now, unfortunately, if you're like me, these have nail beds. They just got regular hands and they painted them white, so that sucks. These over here. Kabe comes with two tiny open palm hands, and then he comes with Kale's torso, which looks very good, by the way. Her big boobs and the nice abs going on there. The torso turns like that. You can do a full 360 of the torso, and then of course the neck moves around like that. Of course, you have the ports for the arms. The dress is a soft plastic that's movable, which makes me happy. And of course, down here you have the ports for the legs when we get those in the next series, next wave, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Kaaba's hands are extremely tiny, 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 tiny open palm grab hands, whatever you want to call them. These little hands don't even have nail beds, but yet Jiren, the character with gloves, has nail beds. Of course, you have Vegeta Blue over here, and he comes with his key saber, or what do we call it? The Spirit Sword. I forgot what they call it. I forgot what Vegeta Blue calls it, but here's his version. It's essentially the same as Zamasu's and Goku Black's, and it's all the same. This is the exact same, just a different color. Of course, he comes with his two open palm hands. And these do not have nail beds on them. And of course, he comes with this, this arm of Kale. She's beautifully painted, can't complain. She's a simple character. No shading, of course. As you can see, the joint will move up like that, like that. 360 at the bicep. Joint here, joint here. And then comes with the extra hand that goes to her, which I'm going to tell you right now does not have nail beds. She's not a gloved character, so she should have nail beds on that hand. Kind of makes me mad. I don't know why it makes me mad. It makes me mad. It's just like little details like that. And yeah, I know what you're saying. You're like, but Jay, these are economy figures. They're $20. I don't care, man. I don't care. Okay. Guess next we'll move on to size. Here we have Mr. Jiren. Measure this guy. So just over 6 inches tall. Right there, just over 6 inches tall is Mr. Jiren. Don't fall, Mr. Jiren. Mr. Kaaba. Kaaba's tiny, guys. Like, he's a small figure. Like, he's just at 5.5 inches. 5.5 inches to the top spike of his head. Just under. Yeah, I'm going to say just under 5.5. Just a little under 5.5 inches tall. He's a little guy. And we have Vegeta Blue. And he's just a little over, 6.5 inches tall to the top of his hair. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like Jiren should be just a tad bit taller than what he is. But here we have is Mr. Jiren. Mr. Jiren looks good. Again, the painting, there's no shading, but I feel like he's very proportioned. He's proportioned perfectly to the manga and the anime, which is a huge upper body. This guy skipped leg day, tiny calves, somewhat normal, quads, huge pectorals, deltoids, triceps, biceps, whatever you want to call them. He's a huge body. This is a really big muscular dude. He has that big old booty. He's thick. He's thick like a snack. Very muscular. I have no problems with the paint. I don't know if the camera picks this up. Just like a small issue that I do have is right here. This red does not match this red. I mean, other than that, I mean, the paint seems to be, where it's supposed to be. Everything's matching. There's no blotches. There's no like overspray or anything like that. Like, he looks good. Of course, his face. I don't know. I feel like the face mold could have been a little bit better, but this ain't bad. This is a nice stand-in for now. Until SH3 Arts makes one. But this ain't bad. This is good enough for a display. As far as articulation goes, as you can see the neck there, the neck right there moves. His head does move just a little bit up. It's a little bit down. Can do full 360. His shoulders here can go all the way up like that. His biceps, of course, 360. at the bicep. Of course, this is that elbow joint. So you go all the way up like that. 360 at the wrist, and then you get that little wrist pivot like that on both arms. This arm's the same, of course. No ab crunch. I mean, if you want to consider that little movement ab crunch, I guess, but no ab crunch. The waist does move. Full 360. You can't kick his legs up, like not straight. Like this is as much as his legs will go, but they won't actually kick straight. None of them really do that. You know, it goes down, kick up like that, kick back like that. Of course, you can stretch it out. That joint will stretch out. That joint will stretch out. Very much like the SH figure arts joints are. Of course, the knee. The knee has this pivot at the ankle. This ball joint at the ankle. You can pivot, move it full 360. Same over here. It's a pretty cool figure, but he is top heavy. He's a little. You gotta like finesse some of these joints to make him stand right, because he will topple over because of that Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, Ronnie Coleman physique that he has. And speaking of huge and muscular, going to you know, skinny and scrawny here, we have the little guy, Super Saiyan Kaaba, and Kaaba's hair looks pretty good. Sculpt looks pretty good. I don't know. There's something off about the hair color. I feel like maybe there's like a shine to it that I wish they could have done. Other than that, it's okay. The face sculpt, yeah, it's okay. I mean, is it perfect? Not too much, but it does look like Kaaba to me. All the colors are okay. They're what they should be. You know, no complaints there. This part of his old school Sayan armor is soft plastic. It's like rubbery. And he looks really cool. I think they nailed him really well. I can't complain. As far as, you know, articulation, of course his head does full 360. This part of the neck down here you can move. You can look down slightly, look up slightly. That's about it. Shoulders don't really go up because this part of the shirt gets in the way, but his arm will go all the way around, full 360. Same thing with this other arm, shoulder. It'll go full 360. I mean, you have some movement there, but this kind of sucks. I mean, let me see. You can move it, but you have to like mess with it. Like this part of the shirt gets in the way, so it kind of restricts movement a little bit. And like I said, this is really tiny biceps. You do full 360, bend at the elbow, full 360 at the wrist, and then the wrist pivot. Same thing on both arms. There's no real ab crunch. You can move them full 360 like that. And then down here, I mean, there's not much going on. I don't know why I'm doing that. What are you looking at? His crotch. He has a tiny butt. That's as far as up as his leg will go. So it's like Jiren. That's as far as up as his leg will go. As far as back. Good thing is it's soft plastic, so this doesn't restrict more movement. Far back. You can move this like that. This does not move full 360. The knee does. Movement at the knee. Nope, I popped off. So you can see you have a ball joint, and that'll make the foot move like that. It'll pivot, and it'll go full 360. But he's not bad. He's okay. He's okay. He's not bad. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. With figures like this, the smaller they are, the more cautious you should be taking off joints on his hands. Like you want to switch his hands to those open palm ones. You got to be careful because usually it's a smaller joint. And for me, I have a fear of snapping it off. It's very reminiscent of the SH Figure Arts Kid Goku. And his freaking leg popped off there. But, it gives me concerns that it's going to pop off, like, if I switch these out too many times. So, he's a decent figure. He's okay. Can't really complain. This guy right there. And then, last but not least, we have Super Saiyan Vegeta Blue. And, I love this figure, but I hate this figure. I think all the paint is accurate for the most part, except down here. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but in person, this is green when this should be gold. This bothers me. Like I feel like I'm gonna have to go to the store and get like a gold paint and paint it gold. Like this should be gold, just like down here is gold. I don't know why they did that. That kind of angers me. Um, and then he suffers from the same leg problem, the same leg issue that the Goku has. The was it the Resurrection of F Goku, the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, where his leg looks like it's bent, but it's not bent, even though if it's still. He has that problem here. I don't like that. Um, Again, beautiful job with the hair sculpt. I think this is one of the strongest points on these figures in the Dragon Stars lines that really do shine over the SH Figure Arts counterpart is the sculpt of the hair and the hair color. To me, in my opinion, are a lot better. The face here, it's derpy, but it's better than the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. That Vegeta is horrible looking in the face. This is decent, but it's not good, guys. This face sculpt is horrible. Aside that, the paint's good. Um, you can tell that they sprayed this, the skin color, because you could still kind of see the blue there. Aside that, all the color is what it should be. For articulation, of course, this neck part moves. This moves a full 360. It'll pivot like that. His head will go up like that. Of course, the shoulder. You have this part of the gi. And you could still move the arm out like that. The shoulder out like that. Oh man, this is stiff. Really stiff. And it's like that on both sides. I'll show you, but oh my god, that was stiff to move. It'll do full 360 like that. Full 360 at the bicep over here. Of course, join at the elbow. 360 at the wrist. The wrist will pivot. Same thing over here. There's some ab crunch here, which is pretty cool. Pivots, ab crunch, full 360. This little sash here in the middle feels like soft plastic. And of course, this is far up as he'll kick, far down as he'll kick, far up as he'll kick, far back as he'll kick. Of course, you could stretch the joint out and then pop it back into place, pop it back into place. Knee joint, knee joint. No movement here, but you do get a movement at the ankle. Full 360, and then You have some pivot going on there, but yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. This wave is, again, it's pretty good. I mean, considering, we don't have like an official Vegeta Blue release. Well, I guess we do, but like it's kind of hard to get that SH Figure Arts Vegeta Blue. Honestly, he's just a recolor. But this isn't bad. This isn't bad. This Kaaba isn't bad. We don't have a Kaaba figure. We don't have a Jiren figure, so these are pretty cool to pick up. They're good enough to put on display, but don't expect Figma level, SH Figure Arts level of good. Two hands, things like that. Of course, you know that a lot of times these hands are interchangeable with the SH Figure Arts, and of course you have the Build a Figure, which is Kale. These are the first three parts. Wow, that looks good. Kale's looking good, guys. She don't look bad. Yeah, this Build-A-Figure is going to be worth it. Look at that. Yeah, she's going to be bigger than Jiren. Looks pretty good. But yeah, man. My overview, yeah, it's worth picking up, man. I actually think that this Build-A-Figure line is going to be worth it. Kale looks like she's going to be awesome. Might as well pick these up if you already picked up, all the other Dragon Star figures just like I did. Just pick them up. This is fun, but it feels like the first two waves were a lot easier to get in person. I definitely recommend getting a Prime membership and just pre-ordering these bad boys, or pre-ordering them off of Big Bad Toy Store or any other online stores that will let you pre-order these guys, because they go real fast at ThinkGeek. My local ThinkGeek never has them; they're always sold out. My GameStop's in the area; they're always sold out. And Walgreens never has them. Not in my area. Not here in Texas, El Paso, Texas. They're never in the area, so that's why I resorted to just pre-ordering the wave. I suggest you guys pre-order the wave. Um, these guys go for $20. Please do not break and buy them by. Don't buy them, on eBay by scalpers that'll jack up the price to $40 because they aren't being able to purchase. Amazon usually does get them. You just have to wait and pay the $20. Don't pay anything over $20. If you're gonna pay anything over $20, it better be SH Figure Arts quality. Other than that, yeah, man, just pick these guys up. I hope you enjoyed this video slash unboxing slash overview of these figures. As usual, guys, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe. And hit that bell for notifications so you know if and when my videos drop. Yeah, and I know YouTube's being very funky. But yeah, this is Jay. And remember, no matter where you are, um, no matter what time of day, remember to always smile. And I'll catch you guys later.